Hello everyone, my name is Cherie. This is an update video for NaNoWriMo 2023. It's the first one I've done this month. It's already November 11th, but I just wanted to check in, let you know what I'm doing. So I decided this Nano to not work on a new screenplay, a new original screenplay. I decided to do something easier, which is adapting a book. So I am adapting She, A History of Adventure by H. Rider Haggard into a screenplay. This book is in the public domain, so I can do that without having to get any permissions. It has been made into a few films. I've found 4 online streaming, but what I've noticed is that they aren't really adhering to the actiony adventure-y part of the book. Like, it takes place in Africa and in the jungles, and so far the versions I've seen have taken place in the desert, or they take place in the Siberian snow, and it's just doesn't follow the book. And I love the book. I read it for the first time at the beginning of this year, and since I was watching all the versions, I'm like, well, they need to have a version that's like the book. So I have taken it upon myself to be the one to write that screenplay. All right, so let me show you what I've been doing. I've got the novel pulled up over here on the left side of the screen. Then I've got my final draft document on the right side of the screen. Now, this is going to be a direct kind of adaptation of the book, and then I'm going to go back and edit it, because as you see, there are like pages and pages of one character speaking. It's a really talky book in the beginning. Also, I'm doing 1 chapter a day. So she has, let's see if I can find, here's the table of contents. So she has an introduction, and then it has 28 chapters. And so that's 29 days of writing. And then on November 30th, I will be just like rewriting. Although I don't honestly think I can do the whole rewrite of all this, getting rid of all this stuff right away in one day. But I'm going to call it a win if I just transfer over everything. So I have not really been getting 1 chapter a day done. I was doing really well the first few days, and then I did some house sitting last weekend and didn't work on it then. So now I'm 4 chapters behind. So today is Saturday, November 11th, and I am going to be starting Eustaine Sings, which is chapter 7. But let's just go through these real quick. So this introduction here is telling about an editor who receives a manuscript from Horace Hawley about an adventure he had. And it's one of those things they did in the old days where they were trying to prove that something was real. So they had this introductory chapter that said, you know, what I'm about to tell you, dear reader, is real, and you will come to know that it is real, etc., etc. So it's just like a framing device. And I honestly don't think it's going to work for this. I'm probably going to get rid of this whole section right here, because everything that's in this section is reiterated. Now, the cool thing about the editor is I found this out through research. This guy who plays the editor is really Alan Quatermain, who is a big game hunter, and he is the hero of many other H. Rider Haggard novels. But he doesn't make an appearance again at the end. It ends with Horace Hawley making his wrap up, and so I just don't feel like the introduction part is necessary. So what I think I'm going to do is start with chapter 1, where a visitor comes to see Hawley, and it's an old friend who has a son. The visitor knows he's gonna die, so he asks Hawley, who is a professor, Horace Hawley, at Cambridge University back in the late 1800s. Sorry, I didn't tell you all that stuff before. This novel is what's known as a lost world novel. And that's where adventurers go and they find new civilizations that they've never seen before. All right, So he comes in and he says to Holly, hey, I've got this son. I want you to take care of him when I die. You know, he'll be your ward. And then when he's 25, you can open this chest, this box, and you can go on this adventure. And so Holly, you know, of course there's like the refusal of the call for this little section, and then there's like, oh, okay, I'll do it kind of thing. And then of course, you know, the guy dies. So that's going to be my opening scene to draw the viewers in. And then right here I have opening credits over montage. And so what I'm going to do is just while the credits are going, have all the stuff leading up to the son's 25th birthday. So you see this guy growing up, and eventually you get to the part where it is, oh, that's a lot of pages. It's his 25th birthday on page 17, which again, it's going to be shuffled around. It's going to be a lot shorter. All right, so then they go and they open this chest. And inside it talks about this woman who is immortal, and she lives in the jungles of Africa, and the Leo, the 25-year-old son, has a relative who used to be married to this immortal woman. So what is proposed is that he can go and look for this woman based on all the clues left in this chest. And Holly, again, refusal of the call, oh, I don't want to go. And Leo's like, yeah, but I'm going. And so, you know, Holly can't leave. And then look at all that dialogue. It's horrible. This does not an action adventure film make. You do not have this much dialogue, okay? Show, don't tell. All right. And so then they go, let's see, where are we now? Yeah, they talk about it a lot. Okay, then down here. 3 months later. Okay, so now they've started their voyage. So they are traveling by vessel, a dhow. I had to look that up. I've had to look up so many words while doing this, these old-timey words. I don't know what they are. And they are traveling along with crewman and an Arab person named Muhammad. Okay, and then, oh, sorry, I passed all this stuff. But anyway, there's a giant storm and everyone dies except for these 4 guys who end up on their whaleboat. And so then they go upstream. They find the statue, the head of the Ethiopian, and so they know they're going the right direction. They go upstream, and it's a long haul. I kind of think you need some of this, though, to show just how difficult this journey is. And then eventually, where are we? Now that we're still, see, it's a long haul. Here we go. Eventually, they are captured, or let's just say escorted, by these people who speak Arabic, but they don't look Arabic like Muhammad, and they take them to their land and their giant cave. Just another thing to let you know. So this book is done from Holly's point of view, and all the movies I've seen were done from Leo's point of view because he's like the handsome adventurer. I'm keeping this from Holly's point of view. It's going to be kind of like Salieri when he's watching Mozart in the film Amadeus. It's going to be more of that kind of thing because honestly, Leo is just kind of dumb. He's handsome, but he's dumb. Holly is the brains of this group. So yeah, so that's where I am. I got to start chapter 7, and hopefully I can get back on track. I've got all day Sunday to work on it, so maybe I can get back to where I'm doing 1 chapter a day. Fingers crossed. All right, so that's it for my quick update. I'm off to the cinema. I'm doing a double feature today. I'm going to see Priscilla by Sofia Coppola, and then I'm going to see Killers of the Flower Moon by Martin Scorsese. And yeah, it's going to be a long day. I haven't had one of these long double feature days since Barbenheimer. So I will keep you posted. There might be 1 or 2 more NaNoWriMo videos to come this month.